The installation loomed like a leviathan out of the fog. The central block-like building was ringed by a number of smaller structures, all windowless, with bright searchlights at each corner shining out into the mist. Keith racked his brains as to what it could be. Something to do with the military? Could be. But whatever it was, it represented civilization. "Looks deserted," muttered Marie. "Come on, let's find the main gate." They set off alongside the chain-link fence and found a sign with big white lettering on a red background bearing the legend, "Domination Industries. Keep out. Trespassers will be destroyed." Keith snorted. "Destroyed? Ridiculous. Someone's having a laugh." But Marie looked scared. "Come on, Keith, let's get away from this place. I don't like it." But the sign annoyed Keith. The threat was so over the top. He walked up to the fence and kicked it. "Hey, there's a loose bit here." "Keith, no. Let's try your other idea and find the road back to Buckfastleigh." "Nuts to that," grunted Keith, who was already forcing his way through the gap. "I want to meet these idiots and tell them where to shove this sign." He stared back at Marie through the wire diamonds of the fence. "Well, come on." With great reluctance, she followed him through, and soon they stood on the fresh tarmac, in the glare of the lights. Keith felt rebellious excitement well up within him. "Right," he said, and strode off towards the outbuilding. Marie trailed in his wake. "Keith, this is stupid. I don't want to be destroyed." "We won't be destroyed," Keith scoffed. "This is England. They can't shoot us just for trespassing." An enormous voice seemed to come from all around them. "Stop! Do not move!" The voice was male and sounded psychotically angry. Keith found Marie's hand and gripped it tightly. "Look, we're sorry. We'll just turn around and go away. We got lost in the mist. We hoped you'd help us." A hatch in the corrugated grey wall opened, and two figures emerged. Two things. Their bodies were robust grey blocks of what looked like lead, their heads spherical, split into textured octants, with crystalline spikes protruding from each side, fore and aft, and on top. They walked on shuffling shoebox feet, and from the front of their bodies, rudimentary oblong arms extended. They were about 5 feet tall. The things, whatever they were, made constant burbling, chirping noises. They looked like oversized demonic children's toys, or robots from a science fiction play on the telly. "What the hell are they?" Keith cried. The two improbable objects paused in their advance. They stood a few meters away, their blocky arms waving back and forth as if to swat flies. They looked ridiculous, but also somehow sinister. Keith could see no mouths in those spherical heads, but they spoke in high, piercing, almost childlike voices, which made his ears hurt.
"Shall we destroy? Shall we destroy?"
"Affirmative!" the giant voice bellowed again. "Quarks, deploy and destroy! Destroy! Destroy!" Keith and Marie watched as the body of the quark split open, and they rose up on mechanical cantilever legs. A profusion of lethal-looking protrusions bristled forth from their unfolding bodies. The quarks towered 10 feet tall. They stepped forward in unison. Keith found himself staring right down the barrel of what was unmistakably some sort of weapon.
"Destroy! Destroy!"
Keith turned to run, yanking the shrieking Marie after him. But it was too late. Far too late. He heard a colossal roar of energy and felt an intense burning fire engulfing him. He felt Marie's hand slip from his, heard her scream in mortal agony. His last thought was of Marie's face, laughing in the sunshine.